They unlawfully fucking incarcerated me. It was unconstitutional what they fucking did. The fact that they violated a pregnant woman because their presumption that I falsified a rape report when there's clearly proof that I did not. There's clearly proof that I was just being nice.
Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about something that I have kind of been on the fence about. Like, I didn't know if I should make this video or whatever, but I do feel it is an important part of the saga, and I do have many thoughts about it. Now, this is a very sensitive and serious subject, so I'm going to be as respectful as I can be with the topic of rape. Now, one of the things that has always baffled me when it comes to this situation with Leticia is how many times she claims to have been raped. I mean, it's obvious that she puts herself in very dangerous predicaments, but how do most situations, if not every situation with her, end up with her claiming to have been raped? Now, as I said in a prior video, I myself have never experienced such a violation. However, I do remember an experience that I had when I was a teen. There was a teen boy, a friend of the family, that was staying over at our house while our parents went out. And I remember we were in the kitchen, we were making snacks, and I kind of felt him sneak up behind me. And when I turned around, he tried to kiss me. And it scared the shit out of me. I believe I was 14 at the time, and it scared the shit out of me. It scared me so much that I ran to my room. I locked myself in my room until my parents got home. Of course, I explained to them what had happened, and they were like, okay, you didn't do anything wrong, you're fine. They reassured me that everything was okay. Now, I don't remember if they said anything to him, but I do know that he never stayed over again. They remained friends with the parents, but he never stayed over again. Now, some people might laugh that off, and now looking back at it, I was like, okay, was I being over dramatic? But in that moment, I was truly and honestly scared. Now, I don't think that he would have done anything more, but I knew enough to get myself out of that situation. I felt uncomfortable. Now, I'm not trying to compare that to being raped at all, but who knows? Who knows if he would have tried something more? I don't think he would have, but just that feeling of like, what? I mean, it truly scared me. And yeah, I was 14 years old. Um, but I'm not trying to compare it, but it's just being in that situation. But as I thought about it, as I was thinking about it, I thought, not back then when I was thinking about it, today as I'm thinking about it, I just wondered, well, would it have been different had I liked the boy? Would I have been okay with him kissing me if I thought he was cute and really into him? And, I honestly, my answer would probably be yeah. I mean, I was 14 years old, If the kid was cute, sure, why not kiss him? Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So here is the dilemma that I have with the current situation with Leticia. I will not dismiss her feelings of being violated. I'm not going to say, she had no right to feel that way. Those are her feelings. And if she feels that she was taken advantage of, if things happen the way that she has explained they happen, because we've only heard her side of the story, we haven't heard what happened, from JW's side of the story. But if things happen the way she says they did, yeah, I could imagine that it would have been shocking waking up to being penetrated without giving consent. I'm not going to sit here and say she doesn't have the right to feel that way. I'm not going to ever take that away from her. If those are her feelings and that's the way she felt at that moment, so be it. I'm not going to take that away. However, the fact that she claims and has continued to say that she only filed for rape after JW told her there would never be any type of relationship, that right there is the part that seems to negate her claims of being raped. Just as I said with the experience I shared, would I have not been so put off if I liked the boy? Now, in Leticia's situation, had JW agreed to a relationship, would she still have considered their first encounter rape? And I'm pretty sure by now we all know, had this become the relationship that she longed for, there would be no allegations, no warrants, no anything. So, with all that said, I have pieced together some clips of Leticia's definition of what she sees as rape. So I'm going to play the clips and then we'll talk about it.
And all these military men that come out of the military and they just don't do anything to stop them.
they go around and they rape women. They raped me and stuff like that in different instances. Or they lie and you have sex and they're like, well, technically you consented. No, I consented with someone that told me lies. I consented with that form of person. So then afterward, and you find out who they truly are, that was rape. That was rape. That's not okay. Because if they mistreat you after they get what they want, that's rape. That's not okay. That's not consensual, because I agreed with a different version of something else that I saw, some compassion. And there's no compassion in those people.
See, right there, by her own admission, everything is okay. She gives consent until the guy turns out to be somebody that he's not, or somebody that she believed he was. He buttered her up and everything, but then didn't follow through with what her hopes were. So then all of a sudden, it turns into rape. That's not how rape works, though. You can't give your consent, and then because the guy doesn't follow through with what you wish for him to be, or the promises you wish for him to fulfill, he doesn't do that. So then you take away your consent because he's not the same person that was buttering you up. I don't think that's viable. I don't see that. But in her mind, that's the way she sees it.
I tried to text that guy, the last one, because I was like, I'm worried that I might be pregnant or something. Like, what's up with that? I didn't say it in a weird way. I was just being communicative, and I told him honestly how my pheromones, and not my pheromones, my physiological changes, my biological changes, because it was around my ovulation and whatever. And so talking to him was arousing, stimulating, but at the same token, I was very upset about what had happened, what had transpired between us, and how he forced himself upon me. So he was like, what do you want me to do about it? And I was like, I don't know. I was thinking maybe there was going to be some type of relationship out of that. And he was like, I'm not going to have a relationship with you. And I'm like, what? Like, that's totally fucking backwards. Like, you don't fuck somebody right away. I told him, I was like, I'm going to file a report against you on rape then, because if that's exactly how it was, if that's all I was worth to you, was that one evening of just taking advantage of me, and you don't care about my feelings or my emotions or my mental state or physical well-being whatsoever afterward, then you should be jailed for that.
Now, mind you, that video is from 5 days after their encounter. So within those 5 days, she reaches out to JW, says, I think I might be pregnant. Think. She didn't know for sure. She thought she might be pregnant. Demands that he gives her some type of relationship, because if he does not agree to a relationship, she's going to go file charges against him. You heard her say it. Although, fast forward to today, she'll say, no, I didn't want a relationship. All I wanted was a plan B. That's all I wanted out of this. No, that's not true. She wanted a relationship. She still wants the relationship. She still has hope that JW will come back and be a father to this baby. I mean, is that not completely and utterly insane, delusional, and irrational? I mean, think about it. Think about it. It is absolutely crazy. Crazy. You cannot threaten a man you barely knew, barely met. Well, have a relationship with me, because if you don't, this is turning into a rape allegation. See, that's the part that gets me. She tried to manipulate the situation. Tried to manipulate it. It's crazy and it's insane.
Hopeful that the dad will come around, come to his senses. Maybe he wasn't lying to me. Maybe he was just, scared in his own way and backed out for a little bit. So I told him that. I was like, like, we obviously created something, so, like, we should have a relationship. Like, that makes sense to me. And he didn't respond. He's like, once is enough for him. Like, okay, fine. I don't give a fuck. That's fine. Like, if I never feel that again, it's probably for the best. You're Satan. That's so true. He's fucking Satan. And I tell people about soft rape. That's what soft rape is to me. Because that's how they lure you into it. And then they're just like, casually, yada yada. But that's still what it is. She consented to someone that you created. So if that person doesn't exist, and she was under the guise that you were going to take care of her, that you were going to start a relationship with each other, all this and that is still rape. That is still rape. I don't give a fuck what people think. Because the woman is going around harboring resentments toward herself for allowing herself to believe the lies of man.
Soft rape. Really? Soft rape. What? Oh my God. What? That is not a thing. There's no such thing as soft rape. Rape is rape. Rape is a violation. There's no soft rape. See, she's made up her own definition for what she sees as rape. And what her definition of rape is, you didn't give me a relationship. You used me for one night. I didn't come out with a relationship, and that means that you raped me. It's scary. That is scary. That is scary to any man that she comes into contact with. There's no such thing as soft rape, and she's just made that up. That's to justify her definition of what she claims is rape.
So if I can't get paid for the fact that I've been being raped during all of these dates through these online fucking dating apps, I've been raped plenty of times. I've had plenty of dudes promise me this and this and this, get me to that point of that arousal, and then they're finally like, oh yeah, you know, baby, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna blah blah blah, everything you want. And then if that's not considered rape, and no one's doing anything about the fact that he left me like this, pregnant with his child, and just hasn't responded whatsoever, even though I approached him prior to, filing charges, and he ignored me. He wanted nothing to do with me. So I want nothing to do with him in my reality also, and that's why I filed the charges, and that's why I am fucking with him psychologically by sending him messages still. Because fuck it. Why does he fucking care? He doesn't read them. He doesn't give a shit. If he read that shit, he would understand that shit. But no, they don't read it. They don't give a fuck about individuals but themselves, narcissists.
I know people all over this Midwest now, and I can't wait to travel further so that I can share my love and my genuine nature with those that deserve it. Because Jason didn't deserve it. And he's not gonna, he's gonna deserve what he gets in the long run for having done what he had done to me. And everyone thinks that me accosting him and forcing him to, hey, are you in a relationship? I didn't force anything. I didn't stalk him. I asked him. It was a request. He denied. That was fine.
Thing inside of me that I was forced to have to deal with, the father should have to fucking deal with the fact that he forced himself upon me, and I was just trying very hard to keep the family he created together. Yet he didn't want that family. He wants his real family, and I'm not any part of that.
So I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I gave him some time to think it over before I processed it, the rape. And I gave him a week. He had no response. He had no response but to leave me in the dirt and to get as far away from me as possible because he thought that I was the one that was clinically insane. Yet, we all know it's the other way around. Only a psychopath could do what he had done and then just leave a woman. You don't just fornicate and ejaculate inside of a woman and expect that nothing will come of it. You should always be there to make sure within that couple weeks' time, oh shit, you got your period? Okay, I'm out. At the very least. Gaslight them for at least that long so that at least there's no child involved. Now there's another soul. There's another life. This is a new life. This could have been something positive. This could have been something positive for the both of us.
Did you guys hear what she just said? Did you hear what she said about gaslighting? That the man should just hang around for a while, gaslight the woman for a little bit, right? Until her period comes. Okay, so that means there's no baby. So you're off the hook, buddy. Okay, so yeah, I'm out of here. No baby, I'm gone. She just said that. But that is her definition of quote-unquote soft rape, as she put it. So what was JW supposed to have done? He was supposed to hang around, right? And blow sweet nothings up her ass and just lead her on and just keep on feeding her all this bullshit because, has to gaslight her, gas her up. And then either her period came or they find out they're pregnant. And it still ends the same way. Wait a minute, I was just gaslighting you until I found out whether or not you're pregnant. You're pregnant. I don't want a relationship. So yeah, it's done. I'm still out of here. It'd still be the same thing because that's her definition of being quote unquote soft raped. That's so stupid. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that this makes sense to her. Miss Hyper Intelligence, right? Because she keeps on saying she is smarter than the average bear out here. But that's pretty stupid if you ask me. That is so stupid. And what she just said, it's stupid. Oh, just gaslight me for a little bit until I get my period. And then when I get my period, you can leave. Or I find out I'm pregnant and you better be the daddy because you can't leave because I'm going to slap you again with more rape charges, allegations, whatever you want to call it. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me, but I am so into the story more now because of this baby. I didn't believe there was a baby before, but now I know that there's a baby. And my concern is solely for the baby and for any other man who's going to run into this creature. Yes, creature. I have sons. I could not imagine my kids being in this predicament. Oh my gosh, no. And I don't think any parent out there would ever want their kids in this predicament. I don't know JW. I don't know what happened that night. I don't know if he did what she claims he did. I don't know if whatever. I don't know. I was not there. So I'm not trying to defend the man. I don't know. I haven't heard his side of the story. Will we ever hear his side of the story? I don't think so. I would hope so. If I was in this predicament after everything was said and done and she's locked up, I hope she's locked up. I hope she does get locked up. Of course, after the baby. I mean, they should have kept her before so they could at least keep an eye on her, make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. We've all seen her do things that were stupid. But if I was JW, yeah, I would come out and spill the beans. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know the man. I don't know the man. And I'm not trying to defend his actions if he did, take advantage of her the way she's claiming. But like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say for sure. I don't know. I haven't heard from the man. All I know is that she has had this fantasy in her head for quite a long time, okay? And to me, it looks like she was daddy shopping. She was trying to get pregnant. She got I don't care if she says she didn't try to get pregnant, okay? Whatever. She's never going to convince me otherwise, because I think 100% she tried to get pregnant. She was baby daddy shopping, and she thought her little plan was going to work out, and it didn't work out in her favor, and now she's left with this. She's left with this baby that's coming, and then what? So, anyhow, that's all I have to say about that. I can go on and on and on, but, this whole thing with this continuous rape, it angers me because people, men, women, children, who have actually suffered that type of violation, it's because of people like her that others don't get believed, or others don't come forward with their stories. She's watered it down. I mean, there's no other way to say it. And it's so wrong. It's so wrong. But again, Miss Hyperintelligence, she thinks she's so smart. Well, she wasn't smart in this situation, and we're all watching and waiting and praying that that baby comes out okay and ends up in a happy home. That's my wish. I have no, I had sympathy for her at one time, but it's gone. It's gone. I don't, I can't sit here and say I wish her well, because I don't. I don't. Call me heartless, call me mean. I think a lot of people feel that way as well. What does she care? She doesn't care. She hates all of us anyway, right? But I'm just somebody who watches and somebody who likes to give commentary on what I'm watching. All right, so that's going to be it for me, and that's going to be it for this video. I hope each and every one of you remember how awesome you are. Sorry, I messed that up. Remember, each and every one of you are awesome. Now go out there and make it a stellar day.